Lessons from the Art of War that we can apply today. Episode 4. You can find this copy, The Art of War, and other classics of Eastern philosophy in my TikTok shop here, which includes 5 other books, besides just The Art of War, an excellent book of many lessons. Sun Tzu often talks about adaptability in many ways. But specifically today, I'm going to read you a passage and we're going to look at weak and strong points. If you advance, be absolutely irresistible. If you make for the enemy's weak points, you may retire and be safe from pursuit if your movements are more rapid than those of the enemy. If we wish to fight, the enemy can be forced to engagement, even though he be sheltered behind a high rampart or a deep ditch. All we need to do is attack some other place that he will be obliged to relieve. There's so many different aspects to being adaptable. In fact, it's one of the most important things throughout self-defense and adapting to what you're being met with. It's also extremely helpful in life. But specifically with this point, so much of self-defense, we focus on weak points in the body. And it's one of the most gone over subjects across so many different self-defense schools and instructors. However, we look to Sun Tzu, we can also look specifically to terrain, where we're being attacked. In today's day and age, we have cover and concealment. And the difference between the two, if you're familiar with this, if you're not, concealment is something you can hide behind. Cover is something that, like an engine block, isn't going to be shot through, that will actually cover you if bullets were starting to rain. Why it's important that we look at terrain, not just there, but throughout any type of attack. You may be familiar with things like blood sport and throwing sand into the eyes. There are so many different ways terrain can be used. And if we keep this at the forefront of our mind, looking around us at where we are, where cover and concealment is, but also how the terrain can be used. Can you make a strategic exit, but feigning it? We try to make our strategic exit so that we can get away without having the enemy pursue us. However, they may feign this by taking the strategic exit in hopes that they do. So that we can take them into a more public space, so that we can take them where CCTV cameras are, that we know it'll be caught on film. There's multiple ways we can look at this, and it's extremely important to remember the more witnesses, more cameras, the more eyeballs on the attacker, the better off we may be. Not in every situation, but in many. I'm Instructor Thompson, my self-defense studio. If you're looking for a self-defense tool that you can use right now, the Soul Defender is the only self-defense tool that I absolutely do encourage people to look into and get. This company's technology in both devices that they sell sends out emergency alerts to 24/7 dispatch and contact the police for you, as well as your own emergency contacts, meaning you can let your loved ones know that you need help right now, the push of a button, or if you end up having to engage with this spray. You can find and use this code here and get yours today. I'm Instructor Thompson, my self-defense studio.